Hello. All right, for today's mobility, you're going to need some sort of cord. So I wouldn't even recommend something stretchy, even if you had a rope or something that you can loop around your foot and then grab with a bent knee or a straight leg, then that's what we're gonna need for today. All right, let's get you out of here in 6 minutes or less, starting now. And we're gonna start with pressing in our toes to the ground and then lifting them to the sky. Good, I've got sound. And we're gonna alternate between the two of those for 30 seconds. So I'm lifting my big toes as high as I can, pressing all my other toes into the ground, and then I am switching. So little toes all pressed to the sky, big toes pressed down. And I wanna do this without moving my legs. So my legs are totally still. My toes are working by themselves. If you're like me, you'll find that your hands sometimes play along. So when your big toes are pressing, my index fingers are pressing, and then they switch. This is gonna get easier as we go. The other thing we wanna try and do is not close the toes together. We want to try and spread our toes while we're doing this. 3, 2, 1. All right, we are gonna stretch out our first ankle. We're gonna do this seated. So you could do this sitting facing forward. I just wanna show you the position. So the strap is gonna be around the ball of our foot. And I want you to find a stretch with a bent leg. And then we are going to rotate our feet to point in and then to point out. So it looks like this. And what you're gonna find is you're gonna feel the stretch in different places as you rotate. Good, now we are gonna straighten the leg. We should feel the stretch in a slightly different place. And then we are gonna, again, rotate to the left and to the right. 15 more seconds on this side. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go our next side. So finding a stretch with a bent leg. And once you've got that stretch position, rotating to the outside and to the inside, finding slightly different stretching zones. Now, if you want to do this along with me and you want to do it standing instead, you could totally do it standing with your foot on a step and dropping your heel down. But this is an easy way to do it sitting if we still want to be in a seated position. All right, straightening that leg. Whew, that's a stretch. And then again, rotating one side and then the other direction. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. All right, now we get to do presses and lifts. So sitting down, you're going to press through your toes, making your heels come up. And then I want you to lift your toes towards your knees. They're gonna come off the ground about this much. And then press, and then lift. And we're doing that for 30 seconds by actively trying to lift those toes and then actively pressing through the toes into the ground. We're gonna be helping strengthen the muscles that help us extend and flex our ankles. Ten seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we know this one. We are going to be doing active alphabets with our feet and with our ankles. So you can do both at once. And just going through the alphabet, or if you want, you can spell out something, your name or something. But really making sure you're not avoiding any ranges of motion. Almost forgot my alphabet there. 20 seconds of this left. I'm gonna make sure that some of the letters I do backwards so that I get movement this way as well. Really exaggerating those movements. All right, we are gonna finish up with an arch exercise. So I want you to spread your toes as wide as you can, put them on the ground. Now I want you to try and lift your arches without moving your knees. This works tiny muscles on the bottom of our feet. And at first you might feel like nothing's happening at all as you try and do this. But sooner or later, I want you to feel like underneath your toes, the ball of your foot is coming closer to your heel. And you want to try and do this without your toes gripping. It is possible, you just have to stick with it. Three, 2, 1. All right. That is it for your 6-minute lower body, ankle and foot mobility. I hope you have a wilder day, and we'll talk to you guys soon.